Hi, welcome to the latest vidcast from RSC-Northwest. My name is John Dalziel. Going to get on straight away with the 7 most recent finds. Going to start off with Mosaic, and I'm sure that some of you will have come across this as an image manipulation tool. It is open source, but what I'm going to look at in fact is steganography. And steganography is the art of taking a message and hiding it inside an image. So if we go on to the Mosaic website, the addresses to all of the websites that we look at will be at the top of the screen. It tells you all about how to hide a message inside an image, and basically you can use an image of your own if you so wish by just clicking on browse and going through as you normally would when you upload an image, or leaving it blank, and you can then choose from the images that are already on Mosaic. You then type in any message that you want into the second step. There are in fact, let's just get rid of those, there are in fact 1024 characters that you can use, and that obviously includes spaces as well. And there's an option to put in a password for added security, and then you click on hide your message, and basically you end up with a message, a picture that you can right click, download and send to somebody else. As long as they've got their password, they can come back to this site, mosaic.org, no www, and under the tools they then choose decrypt. Just wait for it, and basically you browse for the image that you have received. You enter the password if there was one and you've been given it, and then you can reveal your message. It doesn't matter if you change the name of the file when you download it. You can give it any name you like. The important thing is that it's a way of passing messages, improving communication, that only the recipient who knows the password will be able to access. Right, second find, well, it's not a find as such because I've already flagged this up in the past. It's simple diagrams, and if you follow the link at the top of the page, it will take you to their blog, and basically what they're saying in the blog is that the certificates on the libraries that many of you may have downloaded and or paid for, they are no longer valid, so you'll need to download them again and reinstall them. Doesn't take long, I've done it, but basically you get, perhaps more useful to those doing land-based studies, you do get another library which is a farm library. If we just go on to the website, which is simplediagrams.com, you'll see the sort of diagrams that can be produced by this software, and you go into here and click on libraries at the top, and there's the library plugins that you can download again. There are instructions on how to do it. It's not difficult, and if you haven't got simple diagrams, why not? The next find is actually news from fenews.co.uk. It's looking at the joint LLUK-IFL developments on the new delivery staff framework for work-based learning and skills providers. Just go on to their website. There is a video clip with Paul Eels, which is E-E-L-E-S. A couple of video clips. There's another one with Sue Dutton as well from LLUK. I'm sure that those of you in work-based learning and skills will be interested in having a look at that article. Another one from FE News is asking a question really. The question is, do you have the time and resources to carry out impact assessments of your college's entire policies and practices for all protected equality strands? before the 4th of April next year. Well, there is quite a discussion here about those requirements, the single equality duty, information's publishing and impact assessments, etc. Again, I'm sure that managers from further education and from other learning providers will find that useful. Vimeo next. We're going to Vimeo because there are two experts there, Glenda Watson-Hyatt, who has got cerebral palsy, and Laurel Van Fossen, who has traumatic brain injury, who are discussing the steps that learning providers, managers, bloggers, etc. can take to help improve accessibility of their websites. I'll just play a small amount at the beginning.
About more than 60% are not accessible of all the websites that are on the web. That's all the websites, not just blogs. All websites are not accessible. Over 60%. That's an overwhelming number.
Yes.
Okay, as you can see, it's a discussion about accessibility of websites. How accessible are your websites? While we're talking about the Equality Act 2010, accessibility of websites, the next find, the penultimate find, is from JISC, and it looks at the single equality schemes and the disability equality schemes. There are links to the Do the Duty website and the equalities.gov.uk equality bill, so that you can actually look up a bit more about the 2010 Equality Act. But if we go to JISC site, the single equality scheme is there. These are the links that I've just mentioned to you, and it goes on down at the bottom to making the disability equality duty meaningful, and of course the Equality Act at the bottom for those of you who are trying to find out more information. And last but not least is the update from the Skills Funding Agency, issue 28. It's now available. I was a little bit surprised, and it may be because I'm not working with learning providers, or should I say for a learning provider anymore. I'm not sure how much notice you've had about these. If I just go to the link that is the publication you can download, initially you see that in this issue we've got aclJohn's. Now I wonder how many of you know what aclJohn's is. If I scroll down the page, it's the Approved College and Training Organisation Register launch. Launched on the 20th of October. It's information on what you need to do if you wish to be considered for funding from the Skills Funding Agency in the future. I wonder how many of the managers out there have not seen this or may not be aware of this register. There are other interesting things there. There's the Framework for Excellence, which, if you remember, was an earlier find with the fe.co.uk video clips and talking about this this particular support. Sorry, I lost my way there. The Framework for Excellence. There's here the action required for, I would say, stakeholder views, because learner, employers, employees, etc. So that's worth looking at. There's the completion of employer identifier in field A44, and that's things that you actually need to do. Integration of skills accounts, and so it continues. Okay. A document that, if you haven't seen, I think is essential that you actually download. For those of you who haven't seen it, I would say it was a priority. Those are the 7 of my latest finds. I'll talk to you again when I've found 7 more. That's all from me. Thank you.